If you're into Australia, you've probably been bombarded with tales of its terrifying wildlife. Stories of venomous snakes, killer spiders, and sea creatures with enough poison to take down a small army. It's like everyone thinks stepping into the Aussie wilderness is a guaranteed one-way ticket to disaster. I've heard it all so much I could recite it in my sleep. So I thought, why not settle the score? I made a video, The Deadliest Animals in Australia, but instead of focusing on the most venomous or the scariest looking creatures, I decided to rank them by one simple measure: how often they actually hurt people. And guess what? The top spot doesn't belong to a snake, a shark, or even a deadly spider. It's the horse. Yep, the noble, majestic horse. Who knew Australia's deadliest creature would be one you could find starring in feel-good family movies? Between 2000 and 2013, horse incidents led to 74 deaths in Australia, averaging about 5 fatalities every year. Think about it. Not snakes, not sharks, but horses. These seemingly gentle creatures are responsible for more deaths than any other animal in the country. It's surprising, right? Horses aren't predators, they don't have venom, and they certainly aren't lurking in the shadows. But their sheer power and unpredictability make them dangerous. Most fatalities come from falls or powerful kicks, which can leave devastating injuries. Australia's long-standing bond with horses adds to the risk. From colonial times, they were essential for farming and cattle herding. Even today, horses are integral to rural life, sports, and recreation. This close interaction inevitably increases the chances of accidents. And the danger isn't confined to Australia. In the US, horse deaths average around 20 annually. So while Australia's numbers are lower, the fact that horses outdo snakes and spiders in fatal encounters is enough to make anyone pause. The takeaway? In Australia, it's not always the creatures with fangs or venom you need to fear. Sometimes it's the ones with a saddle. It's worth noting that these numbers are based on official statistics from 2000 to 2013, the most comprehensive data available. Since then, there haven't been major public updates. So while this is a solid reference, the actual figures today might tell a slightly different story. The same time frame also applies to the other animals we'll discuss, giving us a consistent basis to compare their impact. Second only to horses, bees caused 27 deaths in Australia between 2000 and 2013, outpacing sharks and snakes. The real danger? It's not about swarms or aggressive attacks. Most fatalities happen because of anaphylaxis, a severe allergic reaction to a single sting. Within minutes, it can lead to breathing difficulties, swelling, or worse, without swift treatment like epinephrine. Most stings are accidental, stepping on a nest or swatting a bee away. Yet these tiny creatures claim more lives than many feared predators. So the next time you're planning a carefree picnic in the woods or relaxing in the outback, remember, those little buzzing visitors might turn a peaceful afternoon into a race against time. Coming in third, snakes are Australia's iconic symbol of danger. Between 2000 and 2013, these slithering predators caused 27 deaths, a grim reminder of their lethal presence in the wild. Australia is home to some of the world's most venomous snakes, and leading the pack is the eastern brown snake. Known for its speed and unpredictability, this snake doesn't hesitate to defend itself when threatened. Its aggressive nature, combined with its frequent appearances in rural and suburban areas, makes it a dangerous neighbour. Then there's the inland taipan, the most venomous snake on the planet. Fortunately, it's a reclusive creature, rarely encountered by humans. This contrast highlights an important point. A snake's danger isn't just about its venom, but also its behaviour and environment. That said, snakes are not out to harm you. They're among the most misunderstood animals. Most bites happen because people accidentally step on or disturb them. If you leave them alone, they're likely to do the same. So whether you're hiking through the bush or exploring rural Australia, always watch where you step, stay observant, avoid sudden movements, and you'll reduce your chances of an unwanted encounter. Respect them and they'll respect your space. Fourth on the list, sharks are the ultimate symbol of oceanic danger. Between 2000 and 2013, these marine predators were responsible for 26 fatalities in Australian waters, making them one of the most feared creatures in the country. But here's the surprising part. Sharks don't actively hunt humans. Most attacks are simply cases of mistaken identity. In the eyes of a great white shark, one of Australia's most infamous species, a surfer paddling on a board can resemble a seal, their preferred prey. This simple misunderstanding often leads to tragic encounters. Despite their reputation, sharks are not mindless killers, but creatures responding to instinct in their environment. Great whites have a preference for cooler waters, and Australia's southern coasts are an ideal match. With temperatures ranging from 12 to 24 DC, these oceans remain refreshingly cold throughout the year, making them a perfect hunting ground. This explains why regions like South Australia and Western Australia often see shark activity. On the other hand, warmer waters in the north, such as those in Queensland, are less attractive to these cold water predators, offering a slight sense of security for beachgoers there. What's truly fascinating about Australia is how close sharks can come to human activity. In some areas, great whites have been spotted just meters from popular beaches. To mitigate risks, Australia has developed cutting-edge shark warning systems, including nets, drones, and advanced tracking technology. Yet, for many Australians, sharks have become more than a threat. They're part of the culture. Locals have even given nicknames to some regularly sighted sharks near the shore, turning fear into a form of grudging respect. If sharks dominate the cooler southern oceans, then beware of the warmer northern rivers. This is crocodile territory. From 2000 to 2013, crocodiles were responsible for 19 fatalities in Australia, most of which involved the mighty saltwater crocodile, Crocodilus porosus. As the largest reptile on Earth, saltwater crocodiles can reach up to 7 meters in length and weigh over 1,000 kilograms. These apex predators patrol the swamps, rivers, and coastal estuaries of northern Australia, particularly in the Northern Territory and Queensland. With the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom, 10 times that of a great white shark, they're not just formidable, they're terrifyingly efficient hunters. Crocodile attacks on humans are rare, but when they happen, the results are often catastrophic. Their size and strength leave little room for escape. To mitigate risks, Australian authorities have put up warning signs in crocodile-prone areas and launched public safety campaigns to educate people about avoiding encounters. Fascinatingly, these prehistoric giants have adapted over millions of years to become perfect predators. They can live for over 70 years in the wild, swim at speeds of up to 35 kilometers per hour using their powerful tails, and have a range that extends beyond Australia to Southeast Asia, including Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. Despite their danger, saltwater crocodiles play a vital role in maintaining ecological balance. Understanding their behaviour and respecting their habitats allows us to coexist safely with these awe-inspiring reptiles. Remember, in the northern rivers of Australia, you're in their domain. Stay alert, heed the warnings, and admire their power from a safe distance. We've tackled the top 5 deadliest creatures by the numbers. Now it's time to dive into the myths and legends that make Australia's wildlife sound like it stepped out of a horror movie. Ready to bust some fears? Let's go. When it comes to Australia's reputation for dangerous wildlife, few creatures inspire as much fear as its venomous spiders. Chief among them is the Sydney funnel web spider, Atrax robustus, once notorious for causing fatalities. Before the development of antivenom in 1981, this spider was responsible for 13 deaths. But here's the remarkable part. Since the introduction of antivenom, there have been 0 recorded fatalities for a funnel web bite. Another infamous arachnid is the redback spider, Latrodectus hasseltii, a close relative of the black widow. Like the funnel web, redbacks caused fatalities in the past, but the last known death attributed to their venom occurred in 1956. Thanks to effective antivenoms, these spiders, while still venomous, are no longer a deadly threat. Today, spider bites in Australia are rarely fatal. While these creatures still lurk in gardens, sheds, and occasionally shoes, the advancement of antivenom has transformed what was once a deadly encounter into a manageable medical situation. So, while their fearsome reputation persists, Australia's venomous spiders have lost much of their deadly sting thanks to science. Still, it's always a good idea to check your boots before putting them on, just in case. The southern cassowary, or Cassowaries, has earned a reputation as one of the most dangerous birds in the world. And while it's true that this rainforest giant can deliver a devastating kick, the truth is a little less dramatic. Cassowaries are not aggressive predators. They're fruit lovers who mostly keep to themselves unless provoked. That said, if you're unlucky enough to provoke one, watch out for its deadly weapon, a razor-sharp claw that can slice through flesh with alarming speed. Thankfully, attacks are rare and cassowaries have never caused a recorded fatality in Australia. So while they might look like they've stepped out of Jurassic Park, these oversized birds are more about fruit snacks than ferocious attacks. Just admire them from a safe distance. No one wants to be the one to find out what happens when this chick gets cranky. The giant centipede, Ethmostigmus rubripes, looks like it crawled straight out of a nightmare. With up to 20 centimeters of segmented, multi-legged creepiness, it's no wonder people believe the myth that these centipedes can kill a human. The truth? They're more painful than deadly. Their venom, while potent, is designed to take down small prey like insects and lizards. For humans, a bite might feel like being stabbed with molten fire. Excruciating, but not life-threatening. What makes them fascinating is their hunting prowess. These centipedes are swift, lethal to their prey, and fearless when cornered. They'll curl up, flaunt their shiny fangs, and intimidate anything that dares get too close. Encountered one? Keep your distance. They only bite when provoked, and the sting is one you won't forget anytime soon. The giant centipede may not live up to its deadly reputation, but it's certainly earned its title as one of Australia's creepiest creatures. The box jellyfish, often called the silent assassin of the sea, has a reputation as one of the deadliest creatures on Earth. With venom that can stop a human heart in minutes, it's easy to see why. But here's where things get interesting. While box jellyfish are undeniably dangerous, fatalities are much rarer than the myths suggest. Yes, their tentacles, armed with thousands of venomous cells, can cause excruciating pain, paralysis, and in extreme cases, cardiac arrest. But Thanks to public awareness and quick access to medical care, deaths from box jellyfish stings are now exceedingly rare in Australia. Most encounters result in painful but treatable injuries. Box jellyfish prefer warm, shallow waters and are most common in northern Australia, particularly during the stinger season from October to May. Beaches in these areas are well prepared with stinger nets, first aid stations, and vinegar, the go-to remedy for neutralizing venom, are readily available. Despite their fearsome reputation, box jellyfish aren't mindless killers. They don't actively hunt humans. Most stings happen by accident when people swim too close. Respect their space, follow safety warnings, and you'll likely leave the beach with only fond memories, not a painful sting. The Tasmanian Devil, or Sarcophilus hericii, might be the most misunderstood creature in Australia. As the world's largest carnivorous marsupial, this small black-furred animal with its wide mouth and piercing nocturnal screeches has earned a reputation as an evil spirit in folklore. But is it really the monster people imagine? While Tasmanian devils do have a fearsome bite, powerful enough to crush bones and devour prey much larger than themselves, they're far from being a threat to humans. These creatures are shy by nature and avoid people whenever possible. Attacks on humans are almost unheard of. Ironically, the fear and misunderstanding surrounding Tasmanian devils once brought them to the brink of extinction. Hunted for their supposed aggression, they were nearly wiped out before conservation efforts stepped in. Today, they're a protected species and a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife. Despite their name and eerie reputation, Tasmanian devils are essential scavengers, keeping ecosystems clean by feeding on carrion. Their role in the wild is critical, and their survival is a testament to how much we've learnt to respect and protect the misunderstood creatures that share our world. So, are Tasmanian devils dangerous? Not really. Are they fascinating? Absolutely. They're living proof that sometimes the scariest legends are just myths, though that midnight screech might still send a chill down your spine. And there you have it. Australians' most unexpected, misunderstood, and downright fascinating creatures. From majestic horses to tiny bees, and from sharks in the southern oceans to crocodiles in the northern rivers, they all remind us of nature's power and complexity. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Australia's wild side, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with fellow nature lovers or anyone planning a trip to the land down under. Have a favourite animal or a story about encountering wildlife? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And remember, whether it's fangs, claws, or hooves, respect nature and it'll respect you back. See you in the next adventure.